Okay, hi everyone, welcome from lunch. So we're going to kick off our lightning talks. The first one is we'll see about the CI/CD and some interesting things from Jos van Schouten from OGD, and I'll give him the mic and have him take it away.
All right, thank you. So yeah, I'm Jos, and I want to talk about the real CI/CD, or how it's communication, iteration, coffee, and donuts. But mainly it's just people talking to each other, coming together to fixing problems. So this is how we're often sold on CI/CD, right? It's a magical conveyor belt. You have your pipeline, you commit your code, cupcakes come out, and everything's magic, except that's not reality. This is, right? You have these problems. You're ready to do a deploy, but you're waiting for some other team to finish their work, or someone sneaks in a last-minute PR. Those are not necessarily technical problems. They're coming from inside of the organization. Their process, their communication, mostly their culture, their people not communicating. And we can automate all the flow we want with DevOps, but if there's no communication, if there's no talking, if there's no cultural aspect of this, you have silence. And in the end, silence stalls flow. If there's no culture around DevOps, around CI/CD, you're gonna notice it in production. For those familiar with the DORA Institute, DevOps Research and Assessment, they do reports on this every year. And they see that high-performing teams that have high communication, high visibility, they not only recover faster, but they also fail less often. So it's important to take this away. And they do this by baking in conversation into their way of work. Chat ops, lively reviews, all the things you know from Agile, they do, and they do for a reason, because they work if you spend attention on it. And if you don't, you get drift. And drift isn't about laziness, it's about communication stopping. It's not caring about communication, it's Slack going quiet after a deploy, it's people saying, it's fine in prod. Who's heard this statement before? No one? Really? Okay, one person. Yeah. When you ship a bug to production, that can happen, but you should inspect your pipeline. Because when you ship a bug to production, it's not just a thing that went wrong. Your pipeline didn't catch this, and that's the question you should ask. And when this doesn't happen, that's when drift shows up, like I mentioned. So how do we spot drift? Drift is conversation shifting. It's people saying, oh, that's bad code, you made a mistake, or oh, that's a bad tool. It's saying it only happens in staging, it doesn't happen in prod. It's normalizing problems. That's how you spot drift. And you don't fix that with blame, you fix it with feedback. It's like the Karate Kid. You have to repeat feedback for it to be meaningful. Repeat it often, that's when it gets its meaning. So I guess you need continuous feedback. That is what in the end is what drives CI/CD mostly. Feedback, repetition matters. Feedback repeated builds confidence, and confidence repeated builds resilience. And observability is part of that. If you do a deploy, everything's green, everything works. Does that mean that it's stable, or does that mean that it's invisible? When it's invisible, that's where drift thrives. You need more than just a thumbs up. You need active feedback for this system to work. Another bad anti-pattern is this guy. Nobody owning the pipeline. Teams should own their own pipeline. If nobody owns it, he shows up, because someone needs to sign off in the end, because management wants that. You have ceremony, you don't have accountability. And don't get me wrong on blameless, or blame. Blameless doesn't mean soft. We still do blameless postmortems, we still do inspecting a failure to make visible what is wrong in the pipeline. But we do it in a way that we can learn. Because in the end, we all know tech that slows you down. We don't need another talk on that, I think. But culture debt is the exact same thing. If we allow ceremony, if we allow silence, if we allow drift, that's when you build culture debt. And what matters is people learning, adapting, and recovering. And that's, I believe, where culture also shows up. Culture shows up in this DORA metric. Culture shows up in lead time, recovery time, visibility. Those metrics are there for a reason. So we started out with this picture, and what ships is the cupcake, sure. But what also ships is the conveyor belt breaks, frosting gets spilled, engineers get in, talk about the problem, fix the problem. The whole result, that's the thing that ships in the end. And I'm a little bit over time. And like Homer Simpson knows, donuts are not only fuel, they're feedback.
Thank you for that, Jos. So we'll have 5 minutes break before the next presenter gets ready, and we'll be back with another lightning talk.